Wow, I like that little fancy little video you got there. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Figure Banging. I am Ace Marlowe. Joining us tonight, we have the full crew. We have the Unichronologizer.
Yeah,
Chronologizer.
changing my handle.
Unichronologizer.
I'm changing my handle tonight for that. Sure.
Mr. Brian Brink.
Howdy. Happy hump day.
Ooh.
We're 2 weeks away. 2 weeks away to seeing each other in person. We can touch and smell each other.
Yeah.
I guess this weekend doesn't count.
Oh. I didn't realize who I was going to see this weekend.
Yeah.
Now I'm even more excited.
We also have
He just went from to there to. Bing.
Yeah. Thanks for not using the pinky.
Oh.
Yeah, no problem. No problem.
We also have the Trializer.
That's me, right there.
That's you.
That's Brink.
Oh. We also have the Trializer, Mr. JD,
Mr. Lumberjack. Yeah,
fresh off the fresh out of the clink after busting some heads last time.
Oh boy. Yep. I killed my ox.
Babe?
That blue-headed bastard.
What do you do?
He knocked a tree down.
Motherfucker.
Yeah, almost killed the dogs, and it was a big mess. Anyway, hi everybody. Hi.
What's up? We also have he's always been. Never mind. We also have the Piratalizer. I'm stretching here.
You could have gone the easier way and said the Stumpalizer.
Stumpalizer, yeah, that's not bad. Yeah. That's not bad. Mr. Josh,
You missed your mark.
waka waka.
What's up?
E Prime is sick of seeing you on the internet.
Tell him to quit messaging me every day, Dan. I can't wait to see that dude in 2 weeks.
I know, man. It's going to be a good time.
Really excited. All right.
And hey, Ace, what's that? Kool-Aid?
No, it's iced tea.
Oh. Cherry?
No, peach. They make cherry. I don't think they make cherry iced tea. Well, I'd be down for it though.
Yeah.
All right. Shall we jump right into this?
Sure.
Let's do it.
We
Bing.
gotta
What do we got? What do we got?
You don't even give me a chance.
I'm sorry.
You don't even give me a chance.
Show it.
We're doing tonight. We're doing the background. We're doing this rivet right here.
Ooh.
Beautiful.
Really nice weathering effect on it. Oh.
We already did this.
Yeah.
So tonight, we're beating the dead horse.
Wow. What did the horse ever do to you?
That's a llama.
Just going to town on that horse.
There we go.
Yeah. Just mercilessly. So this is transform element. Fuck if I know his name. I don't know his name. Leader, head dude.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know the fake name.
Not Optimus.
Noptimus. Noptimus Prime.
Yeah.
So this is on loan to me from friend of the show, Eric B. So thank you for sending this in. He was actually fairly insistent that we review it. He wouldn't take no for an answer, so here he is.
Oh, so that's who we can blame for this.
That's who we can blame for this.
All right.
So if you weren't over primes yet, we're gonna beat that horse into the ground, and we're gonna check this guy out.
Thanks.
Okay, don't do that.
Thanks.
Don't do that. Okay.
Thanks.
Yep.
Eric.
Yep. Hey, listen. I told him no, and he was insistent, and just showed up at my house.
Sounds like something he would do.
Yeah.
Do you get to keep it?
No, I don't get to keep it.
Oh, that's
Might not necessarily be a bad thing. Spoilers.
huh.
Oh, okay. In that case,
Listen,
Oh man.
so here he is in his truck mode. It is fairly clean. It looks like Optimus. Windshield wipers move. For
Oh,
transformation,
you'll never get those back in position. Oh, look at that.
Well, I guess he will.
well,
they
then.
One
move.
up on the Takara already.
They move for transformation. So,
Really?
yeah. He's also got this bit of business kind of hanging out. That's for transformation as well, but like they didn't hide it. They can kind of like stick it under there, but it's always kind of hanging out.
Turn that prime off.
Basically, it's like, dook. See, now what they should have did is connected that to some LEDs and had it like the headlights come on.
Or have it just automatically transform. That would
Yeah.
be good.
So it's fairly clean. Fairly
Looks
pretty
nice.
solid. This little
That-
bit of
that-
business
That's on back.
is extra. Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, see, that's why we have you on the show. Oops. Oh, it does fit. Okay.
There you go.
That's what happens when you don't look at the instructions fully. So that bit of
Or
business is
never
extra.
seen a truck before in your life.
Oh, I've never seen a truck before. Hey, listen. They haven't made these trucks in 40 years. When's the last time you saw the fucking flat-nosed cab over like that?
It's been a long time.
Yesterday.
Been a while. Well, a new one.
Actually, yeah, like last week.
All right. End the show.
Whoa.
Does roll pretty damn good, actually.
Yeah.
Rubber tires.
Rubber tires. Okay.
Rubber tires. Actually, you can. Rubber tires.
Hmm.
And I can't get them back on. Sorry, Eric. Sorry, Eric. There we go.
He's that one kid on the block that has the missing tire.
Uh-huh. Painted rims, which are nice. The back ones are like indented.
Mm-hmm.
They're like those like deep dish rims.
Yeah.
So that's all nice. Let's see. The tail lights are his toes, so they're not painted. Well, they are painted, but they're not painted tail light colors.
Maybe they're like those European style ones that like all the rice burners put on their cars, you know, with the and they're like red behind the translucent, you know.
It's
No.
got a red bulb, but a clear lens.
Correct.
Maybe.
Thank you.
Mhm.
There's also some paint wear on that toe. I don't know if that was there. Or
Uh-oh.
Oh, Ace broke it.
I broke it.
Mhm. He
Actually,
broke
I
the
did break
paint.
I actually did break it, but we'll get there.
Uh-oh.
What else? So I'm assuming that this trailer hitches to connect the MP10 trailer because this came out before MP44.
I see slots.
So we're going to test that theory. Sure enough.
Ooh, looks good.
Let's see. Can he turn? Yep, he can turn just fine.
Jackknifed.
He can full jackknife. That's great.
So if that's the thing you want to do, it works just fine. Fine, just fine. Fine, fine, just fine.
What's that squeak?
Squeaky.
That's probably the trailer.
Oh,
Yeah, I think you need some WD-40 on that wheel.
It'll
Actually-
eat it apart.
Oh, would it?
I don't know. Probably.
On the wheel and on the rubber, it might.
Well,
Actually,
yeah,
no,
not on
is
the
it him?
rubber.
Oh, no, it's him.
Oh.
Oh,
Got little squeaky squeaks. Also, I was told that this might be TFC. I'm like 90% sure this is Wei Zhang. Because one, the plastic doesn't feel great. It feels kind of KO-y. And two, the box art looks very Wei Zhang box arty.
really?
Yeah, it looks very Wei Zhang-y.
So is this an upscale from the Magic Square?
No. This is definitely completely unique.
But the plastic feels like TFC.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like TFC. It feels like doesn't feel top quality.
Huh,
like the-
you know, yeah, I messed with one in June, but I don't remember, to be honest.
Yeah, we looked at Chuck's and It felt fine in hand to me.
Yeah, I thought
I
so.
don't know. It just doesn't.
I
It feels
thought-
a little off.
Well,
Like
I
the-
mean,
just
you
the
just
plastic quality.
you just handled the Cadillac of Primes a few weeks ago.
That's also true. But, so let's see what else. It's pretty clean. Like the back is clean. Like go back here. This is actually a panel that fills out all this bit, but it does it pretty well. You know, makes it nice and solid. You know, like I said, all you have is a light switch hanging out. The top is all pretty solid. The wheel wells are a little bit deep because of the transformation, but that's fine. Even the bottom looks pretty damn solid. It's pretty.
This thing is, I mean, just look at it. I mean, it's clean all the way around. I mean,
There's no indication that that's a robot anywhere.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's great.
there are seams, but they're not like egregious.
right.
No.
And the only real problem with this guy to me in vehicle mode is like this panel here. This connects to the wheel well. That likes to pop off a little bit. This doesn't really like see it's a little bit gappy. It likes to like spring out. Just the tolerance in the plastic likes to spring out a little bit. The bumper kind of sometimes doesn't always want to tab in. Like it wants to like pop out a little bit, but it's nothing horrible. It's just like just a little bit kind of because this is like this tabs into here. See, like I just touched it and it popped out a little bit. But it's not like it's not the end of the world, but it's a little bit tolerance issues. These are on hinges, so these can bend out a little bit.
Chuck wants to know if this is version 3.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Eric, is this version 3? It's version 2.
Version 2.
I don't know what the
Version
difference is.
2
Please don't
meaning
ask.
it's a reissue.
I guess.
I think version 2 was the original truck with the updated head sculpt. I'm not sure what version 3 is referring to, though.
I got 2 heads, so we'll see.
Jeremy B wants to
And
know
they're
how
both,
how the paint holds up, and I would say there is no paint, right?
No, there's paint. Like these are the toes are painted. That's why that's chipping there a little bit. These wheel wells are painted again. The paint on this thing wasn't applied the best because like even right out of the box there was some little bit of rubs on the wheel well there. See them?
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't really. But I mean, like these silver bits are painted, and that seems fine. These silver bits are painted. That seems fine. That doesn't come with the figure, so that was on there already.
Good choice.
What's also weird is like they should have scaled it because like the sticker is just a little bit too big. So I don't know why they don't scale them to fit repro labels like perfectly.
Well,
it's like just a touch. The indent's a little touch too small.
So that's an indent, right?
Yeah, there's an indent in there, and you put the sticker over it. There's not one on the other side's
I
flat.
think with the version 3,
It's
there's
flat.
no indent.
It's just flat like that.
Yeah, maybe that's because the stickers
Maybe.
don't fit.
Like they almost made it perfectly fit, but it's just like a hair over. Just a tiny little bit.
I'd sit there and trim it till it fit.
All right, hold on. Somebody says Art says version 3 has opaque blue windows, where this has clear blue windows.
And no die-cast
No
knees.
die-cast knees. So was that an issue? I don't have an issue with the knees. Version 2 came with the second head. Version 3 has darker windows. And 9 recessed logo. 9.
So-
9.
You know what's funny is I'm watching that show right now. The
That's
and High
great.
Castle.
Oh, look at this. He says it fits better with the regular labels, but the Tune label is a little bigger. Now, I have to say, isn't this supposed to be a Tune Prime? So that's a little counter to what it's supposed to be in it.
You said you meant none, but you said 9. 9. Yeah, but I mean, other than that, it's pretty damn solid in truck mode. Nothing really moves. These kind of wiggle when you mess with them, but they're just on hinges. You push them back, no problem. And just some of these panels can pop off a little bit, like come out of alignment, but it's not egregious by any stretch of the imagination.
Oh, this box does look like Wei Zhang. How about that?
It does, right? I'm not crazy, right?
No.
Yeah, it's a good looking truck mode. It's probably the best truck mode out of the 3
Probably.
in terms of real world accuracy.
Probably. And plus, Magic Square can't can't pull a trailer that we know of, at least not yet.
Yeah.
But all right. Any other questions before we truck along?
Eric, can I have it?
Can he?
I'm just kidding.
No, you said it.
Mhm.
Said chuck along.
Did I put these on?
Truck along.
Anything, or are we moving on?
Chuck says it is what you want it to be. I don't know what that means.
Yeah, it's a Chuckism. What the Chuck? Chuck, that's the name of the after show, by the way. It's What the Chuck. I want 10%.
What the chuck?
It's called What the Chuck. All right. Anything else before we move along?
How's it scale with MP44 in truck mode?
Hold on, let me transform him real quick.
I was afraid you weren't gonna have that ready.
Why would I have him in truck mode right now?
Did you throw down a clamp down or anything?
Oh
Or did
yeah,
I-
hold on. There he is with.
All right. All the reds.
All the reds. So let's see. We can put a Bumblebee on the back for scale. Let me take this stupid hitch off.
Take your stupid hitch off.
So let's see. We'll do nose to nose. That's about nose to nose.
So Ace, you have no other primes.
In truck mode, no.
Yeah,
I told you,
Bricks.
if I had an intern that can transform stuff, this would be a lot smoother.
you got Motor Master in truck mode there?
Not in truck mode.
Hmm.
Do you have
sorry.
anything in truck mode?
I got me in truck mode.
Oh, okay.
I have the trailer in truck mode. Actually, wait, I do have something in truck mode. Haha! Hold on. I have something in truck mode.
There we go.
Hold on. Oh, this is gonna be great.
So you can't see me right now, but I'm telling you to pull the horn. You said you're in truck mode. There you go.
There he is with something in truck mode.
What the fuck?
Okay, that works.
What is that?
Is
I
that
don't
G.I.
know what
Joe?
it is. Is that
And-
supposed to be?
And just Micromaster.
Oh, I thought that was like some kind of lost mask toy.
Nope,
What's
that
it
is
mean?
Transformer. No, it's not Thunderclash.
Oh, okay.
This is the Micromaster Autobot command base.
Oh, because I saw a lot of Thunder Clashy looking
It's
colors.
yeah, well,
and
this was the end of the line of Transformers, so they were all kind of getting into the 90s. This
Yeah.
splits in half, becomes a jet. Actually, a jet, two jets, something like that.
Okay.
So there's something in truck mode, and this is the Micromaster that goes with them. See this. I'm not gonna do it because it's gonna end in not good things. But you can lift up the front, put some Micromasters in there.
Cool. Well, there's your comparison, people.
There you go.
We
Something in
have
truck.
No
You want it?
idea.
You wanted something in truck mode? You got something in truck mode.
We did.
Ace pulls through again. All right. Anything else before we move on?
No, I think we're good.
No.
This just kind of cracks me up though.
What happened?
Bricks goes, that's one of those Dalton era Transformers.
Actually, it's actually pre-Dalton because Dalton likes those beasts. Yeah.
Well, he started on Armada, so
Ugh. Oh, in that case, you want to buy the entire run of Armada cheap? Let me know. Before they keep folding, I'm just gonna fold the mirrors in. Let me just fold it like that. So let's see. How should we start this? Okay. So I said that this was a panel. So this is attached to this. So we're gonna kind of unpeg all of that like that. And we're gonna come under here like that. Now, if you notice, smokestacks are in the way. So it actually has enough clearance to kind of start wiggling out. We also got to disconnect the bumper. To give it enough clearance. So now we just kind of got to yank on everything and kind of separate here at the arms, at the shoulders. And now we have the clearance to lift this whole piece up and the head and everything, and the whole backpack all attached to it. And before I forget, we're going to rotate that around. This is going to become kind of a backpack, but this just all kind of, I forget which way this folds up, but we'll figure it out as we go. I know it comes down, these fold down, and then these come down like that. but it'll compress when we get it all the way.
I mean, seriously, do you have any WD-40? Because this squeak is nuts.
I don't even know what's squeaking.
Coming from the guy that's
Yeah, coming from the.
That hurts my feelings. Is it really bad right now?
No, it's going.
No,
yeah.
It's
gone
been
right now.
going.
Oh, jeez.
So he's got this little triangle bit just to fill out between the wheel well and the arms. So just make sure I remember to fold that down on both sides. Kind of pull everything out. You kind of see where the transformation is going to be somewhat primey, but it's going to be a lot of left turns. So just get ready.
So it's not in Jersey.
No jug handles. All right, so now we're going to move on. We're going to do the legs before we finish the upper body. The legs are kind of weird, so we're going to split the legs. So now, if you notice, the crotch really isn't any place to be seen. Brian, you didn't transform this when you messed with it, right?
No, Chuck wouldn't let me transform it.
Okay, that's probably for the best. So if you notice, you don't see the crotch anywhere, the crotch piece. That's because it's here. So you take the legs and you rotate them out and down and around over the crotch. Which the first time doing it, like even doing it a couple of times, just to get it to like line up and go under there. Now it's cooperating. It's a pain in the butt. But the first time I did, I was like, wait, it goes over the So that's kind of bonkers.
I like it.
That's pretty cool. Actually,
there's also going to be this rod in the middle that I believe is die cast. As you can see, it floats on that. So that I'm probably gonna have to mess with that a little some. But so we bring those together, and that forms the crotch. And then we're going to rotate them the correct way. And I think they also slide up. You see them they're on little sliders there. Let me pull the camera up a little bit. So they're on like sliders there. So we're going to push them up. So now the legs. So before I forget, because I always forget this part, there's this white bit on the side. It's just going to rotate around, and it's actually, you can see the spring in there. That actually pulls that little piece back in where it's supposed to be. Do that on both sides. So you can see this whole piece is spring loaded, and that actually snaps back and holds that piece where it's supposed to be. These bits are crazy. Let me see, can I do it? Yeah, I can do it now. So we bend the knee, and then this is gonna, if you can see there's a gap right here. So that's gonna slide, and then that folds up like that, and then this whole thing rotates sideways as you push it up, and you kind of got to clear that white part of the knee like that. There's not a lot of clearance to do this.
That's nutty.
So as you see, it goes sideways and then locks in like that, and that's how you. And then this white bit kind of holds it in because it doesn't. Oh, it does lock up. Never mind. But that white bit kind of fills that part in, and that's how you do the thigh. Which is kind of bizarre, but it's kind of cool.
I'll tell you what's bizarre is that gas tank's on the wrong side.
Well, we're getting there. Hold on.
No.
It ain't done yet. So again, we got to push this up. One side gives me more problem than the other side, and then kind of slide it up and kind of rotate it all at the same time, and then lock that in. So that's our thighs done. So now the legs. The legs are going to basically turn inside out and flip around. So what we got to do is we got to pull the gas tank away. We got to and just basically start folding up panels. So fold this up. And we're going to fold this a little bit up before we forget. This is going to open up like that. You see this pin on the foot there has to slide. So let's do that before we forget. So that's got to go on the other side like that. So it's basically splayed open. This has got to open. This has got to fold out, and then we got to fold up this little bit. So we're just basically turning it inside out. Now we can't just fold this up this way, right? Because then his foot's going to be all 7 shape. So what we do is we break this open, which loosens that. rotate it on a double hinge and lock it in on the other side.
This is bonkos.
Yeah, it's kind of bonkers. So you can see there's hooks
Mm-hmm.
right here.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
So they hook on the outside in here, and then when you rotate them in, they hook on the inside in here.
Okay, man.
So that brings them from one side to the other.
It's like it'll be a long time before they find another place to squeeze cheese on a pizza. It's like how many more different ways can you transform Prime's legs?
Well, they figured out another way.
Yes.
So then we're gonna take the gas tank, fold it up halfway, rotate it around on a ball joint, and then continue folding it so it's flipped around. And then we're gonna fold. So now we got the foot folded out. So now we're gonna rotate this around. Right?
Uh-huh.
We're gonna fold this bit in, pegs in there. The gas tank is gonna peg into the side of the foot, inside of the knee. And then we're gonna peg this bit in the back and that bit up there. And that's a leg.
Oh.
I dig it.
That's a good looking leg.
Mm-hmm.
So now we're gonna do the same thing on this side. So we're gonna first disconnect the gas tank, fold this bit up, fold this little panel up. I'll do this a little faster on this side. Disconnect this, fold this around, fold that flap out. Oh, slide the foot, which I always forget to do. Go. Fold this all out, fold the foot down, flip the gas can around.
It's even the right color, Brink.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Crack that. Flip it over on the other side, lock that in. Make sure the toe is flipped out. Fold this bit of business all up. Oop. Peg that all in. Peg that in. Peg that all together. And that's a leg. So that's 2 legs done.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So now we get a little bit. Now we get back to the craziness here. So we're gonna slide these up. So now we got to rotate the center part. Oh, so we're gonna pull these down. I'm sorry, give enough clearance. So everything in here can slide independently. Like this can slide, that can slide, that everything slides, everything rotates. So we got to get the silver bumper. The hell is that? Is that the pin sliding out? What the fuck?
Oh no.
All right, I never did that before. The pin just came out. Oh, we also got to make sure we put the fold down these windshield wipers before we forget. I was like, "What the hell is hitting?" I never saw that happen. Nope. Okay, so now we got to rotate around just that bit. So now 2 pegs go into 2 slots, and you can also see that these are his front wheels. So his front wheels don't go up in here; they actually go inside his crotch,
Inside the moose knuckle.
right in the knuckle. So that will peg. So that locks. That locks
Gives a
the crotch
whole
together.
new meaning to skid marks.
Oh yeah. So now this bit of business, we got to fold out these, rotate these around, and now so you see there's a round peg there, and there's a hole right there. So that's going to go in there. So that pegs in there, and that pegs into the side there. Got to fold it at this silver bit to give the clearance.
Oh god, this is ridiculous now.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
I mean, I was impressed with the legs, but this is a little over the top.
Okay. These windshield wipers get in the way a lot.
I still feel like this is better than Hasbro did as far as quote unquote complexity.
So that completes that. So now we got to rotate. Can we do it now? Let me see if we can do it now. Maybe we have to open these up. I forget the order of operations. Oh, see, that pin came out again. That pin never came out before. Now all of a sudden it doesn't want to stay in.
Eric said it came out on him as well.
Thank God. At least these aren't new to me. All right.
Order of operations is always parentheses, exponents.
Well, all right. So we're gonna. I think we got to do this. So you can see he has the grill in the front, but he does the fake grill like pretty much every Prime does now. So we're gonna rotate this down. Oh, there's the pin again. Did the pin come out? Pin came out. What the fuck? This thing is not the best built because there's no what?
He said that the front grill has
Yeah,
to
that's
be
what
down.
that's what I'm working on now. But there's no. So a pin is supposed to have the grippy part to hold it in, and there's no grippy part on here. That's why the pin's not holding in. It's just straight and smooth.
Maybe
that's never gonna hold.
Maybe that was squeaking.
Who knows? How do they not? That's really dumb. Eric, you might want to put a drop of super glue or something in there to hold that pin in. All right, so we're going to rotate. It's going to be hard to show because it's kind of jammed up in there, but there's these gray bits. We're just going to rotate those down and then rotate. Actually, no, we don't have to do it yet. Okay, rotate those down. Now we have the clearance to rotate that whole mamma jamma around. And then we're going to fold these up. Or do I have to? No, I'm sorry. See, order of operations. That's incorrect. Oh, now this doesn't want to rotate again. Why not? Hold on. Why do you not want to fold around? Does this have to be new? That has to be down. There we go. Okay. I believe we have to open up the see, this wants to keep sliding down, but it doesn't go down yet. Got to open up the chest. And now we can open these up this way. And you can see stuff's just going to start hanging out. Well, that's okay. Now we rotate this around. This folds up and up like that. So that's just going to sit inside the back like that. Now we can drop this down. I don't know if you heard that, but there was a click.
Mm-hmm.
And now this won't come out.
Everybody got excited. You thought maybe you broke it.
No, I didn't break it. So if you fold this down right in there, which I don't know if you're going to be able to see. See that right in there? There's a switch.
A switch?
Sure.
Right in there.
Right there?
Right there. Hold on. Right there.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So that actually unlocks that sliding joint.
Oh my God! There's
switch?
lock switches in here. It's crazy.
So this all folds up now. So now we come over here, and that one actually already went up. So, whoop. We're supposed to fold that up first. This thing is very dependent on the order in which you do things.
So, EE Prime says it's easier MP44. Look, MP44, we didn't hear Ace going, "Arr!" and have pieces fall out. It's madness.
Let's try that. That locks in. There we go. So now these bits are all on sliders. You can see the pins in there. As this, see all these bits all slide. Just kind of pull them back. Going to rotate so you can see. You want this bit. This bit is actually spring loaded and will latch on. You can see there's a divot in there. So when you push this all together, you kind of got to push on that bit, and that locks the shoulder in. We'll talk more about that when we get to it. Nothing else fell out, right? Okay, good. So now this bit, the red bit. Oh, shit. These folded out again.
Ooh.
I saw it. Just didn't say anything.
You're supposed to be my friend.
Wait, that's how this show works.
That's how it works, man.
Are we good? I think we're good.
Eric said he's using this for truck mode.
All right, so now So the gray bit is going to continue from the gray bit here. The red bit is going to continue from the red bit there. There's a slot. There's a peg on there. There's a hole in there and a peg on here, and there's a peg on here and a hole on here. So when you fold this down, you kind of just got to finagle it, line up the gray bits like that, line the red bits up, slide them all together, completes the abdomen. So we're going to do that again. Rotate this, lock the shoulder together. Okay.
Oh my god.
Rotate this back all down. Slide the gray bit, slide the red bit. You can close the chest now. These mirrors like to come back out. The backpack is going to fold down. Oh, I did it right. So you want it in that configuration, like a T shape. If it'll focus.
Pity the fool, Mr. T.
It doesn't want to focus.
It's
So
not
now
working.
this, the light switch, you can see it's a square peg. There's a square hole right there. And you kind of got to line it all up. And now you have to kind of spread open these side panels and kind of finagle it back in.
Turn it upside down and do it. There you go.
So I might have to. Might have to untab these first.
Do it all over again.
Yeah, start over. Flip it back to truck mode.
All right, going back to truck mode. I will turn this bus right around. Go. The hole is your home. You're in. Why don't you want to go in? Oh, those don't go in. Haha, that's right. Those just sit there. I had it right the first time.
Oh.
Yeah, those just sit like that. That's actually correct.
Oh, so it has that just gap in the back of it like that?
Yeah, these two pieces here just stay there.
That's fine.
Okay.
So we're going to fold open. Guess how the hands come out?
Oh.
Just like that.
They come out from the side, not from the bottom or the inside.
Oh, we also got to make sure we turn these and lock in the...
Oh, they do come from the bottom.
Kind of got to find the...
Well, at least they did have one simple thing on there. Flipping the hands up.
Hey, hold
rotate.
on.
What?
Do those elbows again. What's going on there?
There's an extra joint for transformation.
All right.
That joint... So that joint right there
Uh-huh.
is actually that joint.
Okay. Oh, all right. That's wild.
That's just for transformation.
I like it.
Then we're going to flip this bit up, rotate the head around, fold up the ears, and just like that, Robert, your mother's brother, and that is TE Prime, whatever the hell his fake name is, in robot mode. All right, I need a drink. All right, let's run through articulation. So first and foremost, how did I break it? If you notice, I already told Eric this. He said it's fine because there's an extra head and he can fix it. The way you saw how the head was flipped around, this thing was covering his face like that.
Oh, yeah.
And the head was flipped around and kind of tucked up under this whole bit of business.
Yeah.
I did it exactly how the instructions said it, but because I didn't have it exactly lined up, one of this antenna here got stuck in between something and got chewed up. I wish it would have had some kind like who was it? Wasn't it Toy World that had the little holes where you can slot the ears into?
Yeah.
I wish it would have had something like that, because if you even though I had them in the right position, because I didn't have them 100% lined up, it got caught on something and got chewed up. So that's something you really got to worry. You got to be careful of. Luckily, there's another head that he's not going to use. And you just pop the screw out and swap the ear. So it's not a huge deal, but like that's kind of shitty. That just transforming it the way you're supposed to transform it can lead to that if you don't have it 100% lined up. But
damn. So far, MP10's the only prime where you don't fuck the ears up. I think all the other MP scale primes I have, you got to be really careful with those ears.
So there's the head.
I just looking at that ear thing. All I heard was bum, 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 bum. When he's dying, yeah.
There's the head. I don't like the seam that this stupid thing does, but I believe there's a head without it, right? There's the too inaccurate head. I think doesn't have that.
No, it does.
Oh, it does.
It's
Never mind.
Even worse on that one.
Oh, is it?
So what? Yeah, what I think they should have did here, Ace, if they needed that seam, they should have made the seam go closer to the side of the head,
Yeah, so it's not like in the center, like behind the ears or something, like over here.
Right. Yeah,
that would have been smarter, but it is what it is. It's not the end of the world. I've seen better, I've seen worse. So the head is unfortunately on a hinge swivel. So you get all the way around, which is good.
Way. Got it. Okay.
You can get up to there, which is pretty good. But you get absolutely no down. Like that's probably straight. You get like that much down. So that's unfortunate. And because it's not on a ball joint, you get no side to side. And he looks like Wilford Brimley. He has no neck. So
maybe you pull up. Maybe pull up on it.
No, because you can see the joints right there.
Oh, okay.
So you see the gray bits, the neck.
Right.
And I don't see any way for it to come up. No, there's definitely not. You can see it actually under there too. So unfortunately, it's a hinge swivel instead of a ball joint, and he has no neck whatsoever, which looks kind of shitty. Not the end of the world, but it's fine. Shoulders. So we have friction out to there, which when I got him, at least this arm couldn't hold the gun. Like I put the gun in his hand, and the arm just went, just drooped all the way down. I just tightened these two screws. You're welcome, Eric. I tightened these two screws, and now it can hold the gun. And now it's better, but that's unfortunate that these are friction. These should have been ratcheted. But I believe we do have it. We have a nice hard ratchet around, so around's good.
It reminds me of like an Ironhide ratchet in his shoulder. Does that feel the same to you? It's like a good ratchet.
The around, yeah. The rotational ratchet is good, very good. It's just this should have been ratcheted too. It's just that should not have been friction.
It sounds kind of clunky though when you do it. Like
when I rotate it,
yeah,
it's just because the spring is probably too strong. Okay. You can see the teeth in there.
Yeah.
It's not really focusing.
Like it doesn't make that ratchet noise. It sounds like metal grinding on metal or something.
It's actually plastic grinding on plastic.
Oh, okay.
So if we press this button that we use to lock the shoulders in, you can unlock them and get a butterfly joint.
Ooh,
it's not huge, but I mean it's 45 degrees.
Yeah, that'll work.
It's not bad. It's better than you can cross his arms over his chest, so that's good. You do have to remember to unlock it. Like you have to, like this button is also spring loaded. Like there's a lot of spring loaded stuff in here. So you got to remember. And then when you lock it, you can't just push it on here. Like it won't. It's spring loaded like this. It's not spring loaded this way. If that makes any sense. So if it's spring loaded this way and you put pressure on it, it would push the spring back and lock in. But because it's up and down spring loaded, you have to make sure you push the button to get it open to lock it in. It's also incredibly strong when it locks in. So we have a bicep swivel. That's good. I believe single jointed elbow, but it's pinned up here.
Mm-hmm.
So you get beyond 90 degrees, you get 90 plus 45, 135 degrees, I'd say.
Yep.
So not all the way, but not bad. Because of transformation, you also get that joint. So if you want to break his elbow, you can do that. Let's see. Fists rotate. It feels like around a mushroom peg. These hands are a little weird. So they look very similar to MP44's hand. They're like the sleeker kind of hands, not the chunkier kind of hands. There's a base pin knuckle. And then the bottom three are all pinned together on a secondary knuckle. So base knuckle, second knuckle. Doesn't want to focus tonight. There we go.
It doesn't ever focus.
So these three are pinned together. There, you got the index finger separate. You actually don't have an extra joint. It's just the same two pin joints, but it's just separate. And then the thumb, it's on a swivel at the base and a pin. So you get two joints, which is nice. And they actually molded it at a 45-degree angle.
Oh, that's interesting. I like that.
So it's kind of more like a human hand. Like it's like when your hand is rested, it kind of goes up. Your thumb kind of
Put her there, pal.
Yeah, it
So,
does look like it's going in for
it's a little. It's not bad. It's just different, and it's just like it's kind of jarring because I never saw it before. Like you never saw this on a figure before. Like it's just literally just on a 45-degree angle, and it actually looks more natural.
Yeah, I like it.
But it's just weird at first. It's just like, wow, what?
That is a nice touch.
It's different. It kind of stinks when you're putting the fist away into the arm because it's got to be perfect, otherwise it won't close because it's higher now. But okay, so waist, we got a 90-degree swivel. It does stop and it does hard stop. Like I physically can't. It doesn't feel like I can rotate anymore. If it feels like if I push it anymore, it's going to break. But I mean, that's more than you're going to need anyway, right? You don't need to go all the way around. Like even if it just went to there, it'd be more or less fine. But I mean, 90 degrees is good. Unfortunately, because of the transformation, you saw that big metal bar going straight up through his spine. He has no ab crunch. So it's just literally just side to side. So that's disappointing, but not the end of the world. But I do like me a good ab crunch. The legs, the thighs. So the hips. So you saw the crotch piece is pegged into this. This is pegged into the side of the body, and this is all attached to here. So this is all basically connected. But these flaps come up. That actually disconnect. That's not supposed to come up. That disconnects the thighs, the crotch together. But these will, if you can see that there's a big fat pin back there. I don't know how well it's going to show up. You can almost see it right there.
Yeah.
There's a big fat pin back there. That's a swivel pin. So when you lift up the side hip skirt and it's connected to this silver bit, it all rotates up together. See? So that silver bit's actually on a separate piece. See it?
Mm-hmm.
So that allows this to get out of the way, at least some. Before I transformed it, I thought that it unpegged from there. But it doesn't. It just looks like it is.
It's an interesting piece of engineering there.
It's interesting. Unfortunately, the back doesn't do anything. Like there's no panels in the back or anything to get out of the way, so the back kind of is what it is.
Right.
So forward, ratcheted, basically straight 90 degrees.
Mm-hmm.
Back, we got about 45 degrees until it hits. You can see it's hitting the bumper there. That's plenty.
Yep.
Outward, unfortunately, is friction, but you do get the full Van Damme, even with those hip skirts. Like they get out of the way enough to get you the full Van Damme, which is nice. They're fairly tightly frictioned, and you can see the screws right there, so you can always get in there and tighten them if they get loose. But again, these should have been ratcheted.
I don't know. I'll always disagree with you there.
But that's you're entitled to your opinion. You're wrong, but you're entitled to your opinion. Now, because of the way the thighs work, there is no thigh rotation whatsoever. That's unfortunate.
Yes.
Not the end of the world, but unfortunate. There is a rotation above the knee. So where the white and the blue meet, there's a rotation there. So you do get rotation. It's similar to MP10's thigh rotation, but knee rotation, but he had thigh rotation too.
Yeah. Now thigh rotation is kind of important
Mm-hmm.
in your dynamic poses. Yeah.
I mean, his thighs are always going to be pointing straight. Like even when his knees are moved, like it doesn't look quite right when his thighs are facing forward, but his knees are moved. But I mean, at least you can get the pose. It just might not look the best.
Right. Well,
Again,
I mean, when you start getting into a dynamic pose, well, I guess you can still move them forward and out. So I guess it's
what do you
still,
mean like that?
yeah, but then
You
when
can
you
go forward
pull,
and out.
but when you put the knee down and try to put that foot flat on the floor, you're gonna have issues, I guess, because of the
Mm-hmm.
yeah. That's
So it's unfortunate. Like I said, not the end of the world, but unfortunate. So the knees are ratcheted. They are single jointed, but they get you about the same rotation as the elbow, so about 135 degrees.
Do they explode? Do the knees explode?
I don't know. It's not mine.
Okay.
I can explode them for you. I mean,
All right.
technically, it's not mine. I can just put like an M80 or something in there. And just
All right.
so you get pretty good range. Not you can't kick himself in the butt. You know, I always do like a double jointed knee, but that's pretty good range. I'll take that. The knee isn't the prettiest, but it's not the worst. Like it's just a big gap in there when you bend the knee. But I mean, for the most part, that white bit covers it until there, and at least it's dark. This is actually supposed to be the kneecap. You can see it like on MP44. This moves with it because that's supposed to be the kneecap. But the way they went, it was just like a cover.
Yeah.
But so the knees functionally are pretty good. Let's see, and then the feet. So this bit is separate from this bit. So the toe by itself can go up to there, and you can see that bit's kind of moved out of the way. I thought I had it a little bit more. Yeah, so you're getting that far up on the toe, which is pretty good. So you can get them like basically that's flat.
Right.
Nothing down. Like just like basically the only down is the play and the tolerance. And then he does have ankle tilt, and you can actually see that big honking pin right there is actually attached to the ankle. So when you move the ankle, that whole pin moves.
Gotcha.
So he gets basically 45 degrees on the ankles, and it actually keeps the sculpt pretty well. You kind of see inside, you can see the tire in there, but at least it keeps the foot kind of centered. And also, you can slide the foot over. That's a transformation joint because when it's in the proper position, it's in line with the leg. But if you need to for a pose or something, you can always move it over.
Use that anchor rocker at its full potential, and then
you can
slide the foot over.
you can get a little bit more kind of over. Oop. This bit also kind of sometimes likes to pop off. So that's his articulation in a nutshell. Let's run through some accessories and gimmicks and whatnot. So he comes with a gun, as you would expect, and it looks like Prime's gun. Pew pew pew. There's some paint on it. Like there's some paint. There's some accent paint. The whole gun, I believe,
looks like MP01's gun almost to a T.
I can't tell if it's painted or not. It's glossy, so it's at least clear coated.
Yeah.
I can't tell if it's painted and clear coated or just plastic clear coated. They might be doing the Keith trick. If I had to guess, I would say they're doing the Keith trick, where it's this color plastic clear coated to make it shiny. But this like gunmetal is definitely painted. And if you notice, there's also this white bit kind of sticking out. And if you kind of do one of these and then you press the button.
Oh, that's another thing I heard. I think the version 3 has a red light instead of an orange light.
Oh, man. Got to buy another one. So I believe he holds it just fine. I haven't put it in his hand in a while.
Didn't the Autobots always shoot blue lasers? Wasn't that a thing? Or is that G.I. Joe and Cobra? I can't remember.
I think it was G.I. Joe. Yeah.
Right.
So it's a typical Masterpiece style. The hand is a little low for the trigger, but holds it just fine. So there he is with the gun. Yeah, when I first got it, I put the gun in his hand. I went like that, and the arm just went. And And like it just every time I did, it just slowly went. Bleh. But I tightened those screws up, and now it seems fine. But that's a problem with the problem with friction.
Does the gun have any kind of heft on it?
No.
To the batteries at all? Or?
No. Yeah, no. Like it's funny. It's funny because when I pick it up, I feel the weight because the batteries are in here.
Okay.
Like I could feel the weight in the back, like with the very little weight it has. But this is all this is, and you can just you can see it kind of lights them up a little bit. It would have been cool if it was like a laser pointer, like they try to do with Mania King.
Oh yeah.
He also comes with did it go? Here it is. I haven't put this on him yet, so we're gonna do this for the first time together. He also comes with his, what do they call it? Energy. It says something weird on the box. It's like energy slicer. They don't want to call it Energon X. It's like gave him some weird name for it. So I believe we just fold the hand away. This is what I said. See, the thumb kind of like sits higher. So, I'm not even going to bother trying to get it in there. Yeah, so you got to go like that and like get the finger tucked in properly before you do that. You kind of got to go like that to get it to close. And I believe, so this is a C-clip. And you can see there's a bit of business in there. So I assume we just, no, that was not hard enough. There we go. That could chunked on there. And that gives him his, whatever the hell they call it in the back, energy slicer. So it's rotates around. No up and down, just rotates. And you can kind of use that sideways joint to get more of a slicing motion going on. Cool. Do it from the side.
I like that.
Kind of hide it. So there he is with that. So if that's what you want to do, there you go. Oh, and that just came right out.
Oh.
The joint holding it on the C-clip is tighter than the... Oh, there we go. The C-clip is tighter than the friction of holding this thing together. So then he also comes with, at least this one, came with our favorite accessory of all time, the third-party screwdriver. It's funny, no matter what company you get, it's always the same screwdriver.
It's always that one or the
one.
teeny tiny little clear blue one.
Yeah.
I don't know if I ever got a teeny tiny clear blue one.
Yeah, Dr. Wu used to provide him with his.
I haven't gotten anything Dr. Wu in a while.
And Keith had those for a while too.
So he also comes with this head. I'm assuming that is the better head. Oh, and then the screw came out. That's the other thing. There was a screw floating in the box, and I was like, there's a screw floating in the box. It's like, I don't know what it is. Well, there's another screw right there, just floating in the bag.
Dude.
That might be, I don't know, maybe they give you an extra one for the head, because there's a screw in the head already. But there's the other head it comes with.
Is that a white face, or is it?
Oh, that's much paler. It's actually not white. It's like a really, really, really light blue.
Okay. The face mask?
Yeah.
Wow, light blue.
It's not coming across as well. It's just a super, because my lights are probably blowing it out a little bit.
Yeah.
Instead of a big blue blur, I see a big white blur.
You gotta get your eyes checked. I'm looking at the feed right now, and it looks fine. So there's that.
I was just making a funny Ace. That's all.
I believe he's he's got the same stupid thing where that has to cover his face. But so if you want to use that head, we'll just show those together.
Yeah.
So whatever tickles your fancy.
Ugh.
This is actually a much more MP10 style head. But and they give you the Keith screwdriver. I'm just gonna put that all back in the baggie. And then I don't think there's anything you do with this in robot mode. At least I would hope not. I don't know what the hell you would want to do with that.
With that plug on the bottom of the moose knuckle, I thought I saw slots under there. No, maybe it's just. Never mind. Thought I saw something. I didn't. I
don't see nothing. So he also has
nothing on the taint.
he also has one other thing going for him. So you probably saw this when we were Transformers. So if we open up the chest,
This is what I like about this.
his matrix chamber is basically perfect.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's detailed basically the exact same as when Optimus died and showed it to us for the first time when he took it out. The only difference is, so when he opened his, like this whole panel kind of folded up, right?
Yeah.
On this one, it's also it's all painted in here nice. You got the yellow paint, all this metallic blue and everything. On this bit of business, which is kind of hard to. There we go. Oh no, did I get it? Yeah, there we go. Just this bit opens up. So it's not this whole. I'm pretty sure in the movie everything in here opened up, right? Like the whole panel opened up. I don't remember. It's been
No, there was. So the chest panels opened up, and then that top piece came up, and then there was a little piece that came out the bottom.
okay.
It just opened up for 4 different directions.
So now let's see if I can get the matrix out.
Here we go.
Trying to
That's
spank
Oh
it.
no! So
Wow.
there- maybe I'm thinking Magnus had that 4th piece. So yeah,
Well, Magnus had the red bit, and then the
yeah.
damn it.
Open.
Open, damn
Open,
it!
damn it.
Open.
Oh, there's got to be some kind of trick.
Man,
Man,
that
there we go.
matrix chamber is great looking.
It
It's
comes with
pretty much
here's
screen
his-
accurate.
here's his matrix. He also has the closed side. Why did it flip? The fuck?
That is
Did you do
weird.
that?
No, I didn't touch nothing.
Oh, Ace broke it.
I broke it.
Just turn the phone the other way.
What happened?
I don't touch nothing.
My screen went off. Hold on. I'm still broadcasting.
Yeah, we see it.
Mhm.
Oh wait, you know what? 'Cause
Yeah.
I think I got a text message and it borked everything. Hold on.
Oh.
Yeah, I did. Oh, I should have. I couldn't even go into airplane mode. Actually, I could have gone into airplane mode.
Yeah, because you can still use the Wi-Fi.
I still use the Wi-Fi. All right, we'll do that next time. Hold on. It's slowing my phone down.
Mhm.
It's my wife sending me a picture.
of Prime's chest.
Oh, there you go. Oh yeah, so it is just the middle piece. Okay.
Mhm.
See, I couldn't remember if it was just that middle piece. So technically, it is right. Come on. Well,
Yeah. I wish they had put that on the magic square.
Yep.
That
yeah,
would
that
make
would have been.
that one perfect to me.
Did my video like completely freeze now?
It looks like it.
All right, just give me a second here. Let me see. There we
Here's
go.
the-
Hold on.
Here's the box art. It does look kind of jangy.
Very
It looks shiny,
weird.
right?
Yeah.
I'm not completely crazy. All right. I think we're back in business. Yeah, we're back in business. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. I'll hit her later. Just kidding. So it's got a. No, I'm not. So he's got a close. It's got a closed side.
Mm-hmm.
Focus.
It did for a second.
Damn it, focus.
There you go. So it's got the closed side. Flip it around. It's got the open side. Just like pretty much every other Matrix. I'm pretty sure this is diecast, but it has like no weight to it. Like usually matrices.
Matrix.
Matrices.
Matrix.
I think it's matrix.
Matrix.
Usually they're pretty heavy, and especially for their size. But this, I don't know. Like I can feel it's metal. I can feel it has some weight, but it's not as heavy as
Maybe it's like tungsten or
It could be aluminum
Maybe.
or something.
aluminum.
aluminium for our. For our foreign
Aluminum.
friends.
Mhm.
So this matrix isn't the best, but it's fine. It's it's a matrix. There's nothing. So that just pops back in with a push. So yeah, this matrix chamber is killer. Like I really do love this matrix chamber. But all right, let's do there's a couple of things I want to talk about, but before we just talk about it, let's just do our size comparisons. So here he is with. You want to do primes first or non-primes?
I mean, prime would probably be the way to go.
I mean, we've got to do primes, but do you want to do? Hold on.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Got it. All right. So here he is with. Let's see. Here he is with the Motor Master. There he is with. Let's see. What else could we do? Let's do car. There it is with the Megatron. So nothing, not saying anything crazy.
No.
Scale wise, seems pretty on point. Because he's on my desk, here he is with.
Except he doesn't fit with any of those figures.
Yeah, here he's with a grapple.
All right.
Which grapple is that?
Make toys.
Make toys.
Oh, okay.
There he is with a crack rock. All right. So here he is with MP10.
Good old MP10.
Here he is with Magic Square.
Good old Magic Square.
And I guess the one we got to do. There he is with MP44.
He's got some really skinny thighs. compared to the
The
others.
Transform Element one?
Yeah.
In person, they feel that they look the same, to be honest.
Oh, I guess it's where he doesn't have any thigh swivel at all. Maybe it's the angle because the camera's kind of straight on his thighs, and the P44 is kind of turned outward a little.
No, they're thinner.
No,
It's actually not that far off. I mean, I can get a calipers right now and do it.
Okay, do it.
You want me to do
I
it?
mean, I'm not telling you to, but JD seems to be challenging you.
I'm saying they're thinner. Way thinner.
I'm saying they're thinner too, but
I don't know.
They're thinner.
All right.
Nope.
Prime in the chat said yes, do it.
All right, hold on. Let me get my damn calipers. First time for everything. New tool for FIGGAH banging. Hold on.
It's visibly different.
Yeah. The legs overall, it's
kind of why I went with the Magic Square, because
the chunkiness.
Yeah.
Same here, man.
That Magic Square it's really hard to beat, considering what it does in simplicity and aesthetic compared to the complexity of these two things we're looking at. It's just,
absolutely.
The thing that gets me with the TE Prime though is like that matrix chamber. It's like that kills me. Like
it's like, why couldn't the Magic Square have it?
Yeah, and it would be 100% perfect.
Yep.
All right, here we go. Let's take these things out. All right. Let's turn them on. Ooh, the batteries, I think, are dying. Zero it off. All right, you want it in fractions of an inch? You want it in millimeters?
Let's do millimeters.
Let's do it in millimeters, because millimeters is more accurate. So I'll measure from the front.
Yep.
19.5.
19.5. So we're going to make sure it's zeroed off. I never use this thing. Why are the batteries dead?
Because you don't use it?
You're measuring something else with it.
Oh,
Mhm.
I'm not gonna lie, I have.
I'm going to guess this is about 22 and a. Oh, wow. I'm going to say this is 22 and a half.
All right, I haven't looked yet. Whoop. I haven't looked yet. Here we go. Ready?
Yeah. Oh, okay.
They're
20 and a quarter.
3/4 of a millimeter thinner.
Look at the
Oh, wow.
tattoo artist with the eagle eye.
Dude,
So
it's
you are correct, but it is marginal.
it is blatantly different. Even at the base of the
You
like,
always
at
measure.
the smallest
listen,
portions.
I
At the-
mean, it's,
You
it's like the
always measure from the base.
but isn't it like
well, you measured the middle. Just
he's
so you
making
know.
a phallus joke.
Oh.
That's correct.
Oh, but I mean, you say it's marginal, but it's like 10%. Or no, 1%.
3/4 of no, it's less than that. It's like 0.5%.
Well,
So
Eric B says you can't tell in person.
it's always bigger on TV anyway. So I just want to say a couple things real quick, and then see if any questions. We'll do our test, and then we'll get out of here. So the plastic quality feels kind of funky. Like it doesn't feel quite right. It's not
Feels-
bad.
Is it squishy? Like transistor squishy?
I don't know.
You know what I mean, right?
Yeah, it's kind of hard to explain. It kind of feels kind of, I don't know. It feels cheap.
Okay.
Like it feels cheaper than most things I messed with. These outward joints being friction was a bad idea. That shouldn't have. Those should have been ratcheted, or at least really stronger friction joints. The head being a hinge swivel was a poor idea.
Oh.
The lack of ab crunch isn't the end of the world, but I would have liked it. The lack of thigh swivels is kind of a bad thing. I feel what? How does? I'm like trying to describe it. It's not shampoo bottle. I'm not gonna sit here and say shampoo bottle. I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. It feels almost brittle.
Oh, okay.
Like it feels like if I were to take like this panel here and try to bend it, it would crack long before it bent.
It's if a KO company made their own design
Yeah.
and used the KO plastic.
I know that kind of plastic. That's how like the Hot Soldiers Prime feels.
Yeah, it's well, I have two Hot Soldiers figures and they're complete garbage. But it does feel it feels like Hot Soldiers plastic.
Yeah.
Like it's more. It definitely feels like, with most plastic, you can feel like you can kind of like if you slowly bent it, you can bend it without breaking it and just fold it over on itself. This feels like if you did that, it would just snap in half.
Yep.
If that makes any sense.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of something that
It's hard. It's
Yeah.
not. It's hard to describe. It doesn't feel premium at all. It's not painted particularly. It's not painted a ton, which isn't really a big deal to me. I do like when they did paint, like this matrix chamber is beautiful.
No,
I wish MP10, I wish MP44s looked that nice.
the finish on this thing is gonna last longer than the fucking Hasbro or Takara, whatever they're fucking calling themselves now.
Well, this thing doesn't have a finish, so
That's what I mean. This is gonna last longer than your MP44.
it just feels cheap. It does. It feels like I don't know if it feels rushed because there was some attention paid, like these extra swivel pieces, like everything works properly. It just doesn't feel particularly good. The lack of range in some places is annoying. Mostly the thighs, like having to use the knee joint. It doesn't feel. I don't know. It just doesn't feel right.
Yeah.
It's hard. That's the problem. Is this? It's very hard to explain. Like the hands, doing something unique with the hands was cool to see. The matrix chamber, like I said, is beautiful. It's just they made a lot of sacrifices to do a crazy transformation. It's not a particularly fun transformation. Like I don't mind a complex transformation if it's fun, but this isn't particularly fun. It's a lot easier going to robot mode, even though I struggled going into robot mode. When I was on the couch doing it, I did it 1, 2, 3, but doing it in front of the camera, it makes it a little bit more difficult. But going from truck to bot is a lot easier than going from bot to truck, because lining up everything to get everything straight, everything's a pain in the butt. But I don't know. I'm not particularly fond of it. Like if you're going for looks, if you just want to buy something that looks good on the shelf, and you don't want to buy MP44, like it'll do the job. Like it's fine for that. But again, that's not what I care about.
Mm-hmm.
I care more about how fun it is to mess with. And it's just, I don't know, it's just not a fun figure.
Could you do me a favor? Could you bring him and MP44's head close up to the camera? Because I mean they're pretty close, right?
They're pretty close. It's just 44 is a shinier. Let's see if I can get them both in.
Maybe turn them to the side or something. Yeah. I was always kind of curious.
Chest bump. Chest bump looking at the screen.
Yeah.
I might have to lean him in a little bit. Hold on. Because I want to get them close, but hold on. Let me
turn his head.
Turn his head to the side and put their chest.
I'm going to turn the camera so I can get some more clearance.
Because when I first saw the TE head in pictures, I was like, dude, it almost looked exactly the same to me. Well,
now it's just got to focus.
Focus.
Good Lord. You need just a dedicated camera.
Yeah, except that we tried that and it doesn't work. It's because of streams and...
Well, it can't recognize two faces, I guess. Don't worry about it.
Well, the MP44, the head crest is definitely...
There you go.
There we go.
Now will it stay focused when I move?
Yeah.
It's very close.
Very close, yeah.
Really close. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like the border around the crest.
It's painted gray as well.
Yeah, instead of it not being
it's also got a clear coat over the whole thing, so it's shiny. Whereas the TE isn't.
Yeah. It's good. Good sculpt.
I'm not sure. Is this the somebody tell me, is this supposed to be the newer head sculpt?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is.
The one that was in the box was
that was the original one?
The
one that came with it originally, the first version or whatever.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. But I don't know, it's kind of hard to explain. It's not I don't think I particularly like this figure. It's just not fun to mess with. Like it poses pretty decently, but like not fantastically. If you want it as a replacement, if you don't want to buy MP44 and you want a Prime on your shelf, and you want a modern looking Prime on your shelf, honestly, between the three of them, let me put all three of them on camera. Actually, I'll pull back. I'll move them back. Hold on. So if you're only going for looks, I still think MP44 looks better.
Mm.
I still think it plays better. I still think it's a better figure overall. But I understand that's people might not want to pay you don't want to pay the price for it. So out of the three of them, I still think MP44 is the better figure out of all of them. But if you're gonna if you're taking him out of the equation, you don't want to pay for him. Whatever. I understand he's an expensive figure, and you go in between these two. I think the Magic Square is a better toy. You might say that he looks more like a Toon Accurate Prime. You might be right. He did the same thing with the knees. Like, see, it's just they're both indented.
Yeah.
Like if you're gonna go, if all you want is a Prime, he's dusty as hell because I had him out when I was doing the work. I gotta clean him. If you just want a Toon Accurate Prime on your shelf, and MP44 is not in your wheelhouse, it's not on your radar, if you don't want to pay, whatever the reason is, and you're going between these two, and you want the better toy, I think Magic Square is a better toy. If you want the more accurate, prettier looking one, I'd probably give it to the TE.
Yeah, I was gonna say the TE is it's nice, clean, Toon accurate, like
To me,
it's not all gappy like the
Right.
MP44. You know, have all the gaps everywhere.
To me, my problem is it's just not a very fun toy.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, if you want to pick it up and mess with it and you get frustrated, then that's going to be no fun. Yeah.
So, if you're going to ask me for my advice, if you want a tune accurate prime one yourself, I'm going to say go for MP44. If that's not in the equation, my next recommendation is if you want a good toy, I would say get the Magic Square, and I would suggest him the least. If you want one that looks the best, again, I would say MP44, but if he's out of the equation, I would say go for him. So hopefully that helps somebody. But
aesthetic is subjective from person to person too. So, but they all have their strong points and their weaknesses. Oh, what's that? What are you doing?
wait, hold on. He doesn't have a butthole, unfortunately. What do you think? Give it to him?
You got it.
I think you got it. Bumblebee. There seems to be something on my finger. Let me inspect it. Oh, he gave
rubbing
me
it all over that nose.
Oh wait, he could give himself pink eye. The Energon was bad this morning. I can smell it on me. I can smell it on me. So he passes the test. But yeah, I just don't like this thing. I think it's pretty, but as a figure, I was thinking about picking up one of the repaints, either the black version or the dead version or something like that. But I think I'm gonna pass. I don't think this thing is for me.
I kind of want it. I think it looks good.
Yeah, I need to get him eventually.
Well, any other questions, comments, concerns?
Is the version 3 like already out, or is it
I have no idea.
coming out? Or
Somebody in the chat, tell us.
Yep.
Someone did a YouTube video comparison of it, so I would just assume it's coming out soon.
Okay.
But the funny thing is there was a second release that got canceled of the old figure, if I remember correctly. It was right around the time.
Are you saying there was drama in the third party world?
Cool.
Yeah,
Thanks, Eric.
I think people were putting up orders for it, and I guess the orders weren't filling, so they canceled the second run. I think that's what I heard. I can't remember. Eric, I think told me. And it says here, yeah,
because of the head.
Rackron Duel.
What because of the head?
TF Direct is sold out on version 3.
Well, somebody will have it at TFCon, and I might just have to buy it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Anything else?
Oh, that's it. That's all. Oh yeah, I gotta do the thing. Boink.
Let's see. My phone blows up now.
This.
What happened to JD?
Oh no!
You kicked me
There
out.
he
You
is.
boot JD?
I don't know.
Did you boot JD?
No, I think you closed your phone at the same time I was moving your phone.
Oh,
out
it
of
was-
the thing.
So you blaming me? All right. Let's do some how do you do's and we'll get out of here for tonight. You want to run down the old chat?
Yeah. We had a busy chat tonight. We had Noble Young, EE Prime, Eric Von W, Kenneth A, Eric B, of course, Rogue War, Sam, the Hobbit from Friday's show, Lord Shadowkeeper, good to see him in here, Abe, Jeremy B, Chuck was in here, Art
Happy-
H.
Chuck just had a birthday.
Oh yeah, he
Happy
did.
birthday, Chuck.
Birthday, Chuck. Thank you for reminding me about that. Bricks was in here. Pursued Mist 521.
Who the hell's that? Is that a newbie?
Must be a new person.
Oh.
They actually said I need to catch more of these live. So
They do.
cool
Yes,
to see
please.
them. We had Bot in Disguise, Recron Duel, The Angry Christian.
I haven't seen the Angry Christian in a while.
Yeah. He was active tonight. He or she. Don't know who they are.
Maybe he's here because it's a Jewish holiday.
Yeah, maybe.
Cobra Clan, I guess. Smashmaster 13, and right at the end, a minifigure collector popped in.
These are all names I don't recognize. Very good. All right, let's do some way outs and we'll get out of here. Brian Brink. Where are you at?
I am Brian Brink in the Facebook groups at Brinkalizer, on Instagram, and on various shows on the Realm of Collectors YouTube channel. Even
Poking eyes out. Ha!
if you're a fan of watching change get counted,
I can't
go,
see anything.
check that out.
You went in, right?
I went in.
All right,
6
good.
minutes to spare.
That would have been fucked up if the guy who was counting every fucking vote didn't go in. That would have been cold.
Eric B was with me. I was like, dude, give me a countdown when there's 10 minutes left.
JD, where are you at?
You can find me chopping wood,
And
heaving
cut down
wood,
trees.
tossing wood, all that good stuff. No, Pigment Surgery on Instagram and Xbox Live. You can find me Tuesday nights on Breaking the Mold. Sorry I didn't make it last night, guys. It was a
missed
long
you.
day yesterday. Missed you guys too. And every other Wednesday here with these fine gentlemen making toys pick their butts and smell it.
You know it.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. Josh.
Well, my regular name on Facebook, links to all my social media profiles on there. You can catch me here on Friday nights on MPSP Theater. And of course, this show every other Wednesday with you guys. And then another show on Fridays that all queued up on all your favorite audio listening platforms.
You're just trying to replace Brian. Jumping on all these shows.
Can't
No,
hold the title forever, you know?
There's the there's a little tiny batteries this thing takes.
Cool.
what are those batteries for ants?
What is this? A kind of battery for ants? All right. I am at A Smiler pretty much everywhere, mostly Instagram. Real name on Facebook. Figure it out. It's not that hard. Check out all the other Cool Table Network shows. Just follow the Cool Table Network on Facebook. It's the easiest way to find out when there's a new show. Let's see. Rock boxes are long sold out. We do have shirts. I'm actually wearing one right now.
Battle damage.
There's a link in the Facebook group to the I think it's Teespring. One of those. I think it's
Yeah,
Teespring.
it's Teespring.
Pro tip: order one size up. If you're like on the edge, I would order one size up. I think they're pre-shrunk, but they fit. Like this is, I usually wear a 2. This is a 3, and it actually fits more or less perfect. So TFCon's in 2 weeks, right?
Yep.
Just bouts. Yeah.
Okay.
about 2
So we're gonna have to figure out maybe I might have to pack that night. So I'm working that night.
I
that
won't
day.
be available.
You won't
Yeah,
be available
I'm pretty sure we're driving there.
Wednesday.
Mhm.
Okay, so tentatively we'll say the show will be canceled for the next episode. That makes my life easier. That means I can pack that night.
Yeah, we don't know if we're leaving the night before, if we're going to go Thursday yet. So,
All right. Yeah. No, I'll be there. I'll be there at Chris's on Thursday afternoon.
Maybe we can have a very special edition when we get back, and all 4 of us can review something all at once.
Ooh.
I like his idea.
Complete chaos.
That's
I like that. No, but we can't coordinate. Everyone's got to talk about something different.
Exactly.
One of us
Talking over each other the whole
start in
time.
robot mode, 2 of us start in alt mode. Go the other way halfway through. Be great.
Maybe somebody buy a triple changer and just fuck up the whole thing.
That's great.
Yeah. So if you're coming to TFCon Reston, be sure to come find us. We'll be the ones wearing the Realm of Collector shirts.
Mm-hmm. You can't miss us.
Yeah,
Don't be a stranger. Don't be.
There's always
mean-
one guy. The last time we were in was it DC? I think it was in DC. Some dude came in from Canada, was on a bus for like 9 hours straight. Got there Sunday afternoon at like 3:00 just to meet us.
Wow.
And he was coming. He started traveling Saturday. Got there Sunday afternoon from Canada.
Yeah.
Mm.
I'm sitting on a chair with Brian. I'm like, and the guy walks up to me. You ain't Smilo? I'm like, yeah. Like, oh yeah, I just came in. He's like, oh, you're Brian Brigg. He started seeing everybody. I was like, what's going on? He's like, yeah, I just came down from Canada.
That's awesome.
I think that was last year.
That was last year?
Yeah.
Okay.
That would have been in Chicago.
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah, so
Yeah, I'm easy to spot in a crowd. I mean, I got a metal leg.
all you gotta do is get a magnet and just sit there and they'll slowly pull you towards them. Yeah. I think that's it. So if you're in at TFCon, come find us. And failing that, I think that's everything. We'll see you next time, either in a month or 3 weeks. See what happens after we get back and everything, after everything settles down. But we'll see you next time. So thanks for joining us. Thanks for watching After the Fact, and we'll catch you next time. Hopefully, shortly after TFCon.
All right.
Bye, people.
Later.
Bye.
Thanks for the shitty figure, Eric. I'm keeping it.
Say it with me now.